laughter beside the butter by farmer of misfortune in the winter. A pig heart pinned and set on fire. Early panic, superstition taking quarter. Neighbors tell us empty's dead, the toes directed downward. The washerwoman a victim to the village's obsession. Your fingers out and come and shout. Possession, more possession, more possession. Everyone, fingers out and come and shout. Possession, more possession, more possession. More possession, more possession, more possession. More possession, more possession, more possession. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live, heard in the halls of Harvard. The wonders of the world unseen, cotton spells woven by Jehovah's brothers. No reptile, no raven here, nothing, only craving fear. It's they are at the teeth, thirsty for confession. Your fingers out and come and shout. Possession, more possession, more possession. Everyone, fingers out and come and shout. Possession, more possession, more possession. More possession, more possession, more possession. More possession, more possession, more possession. The magistrate, New England must below him. Can you hear the bells? The minister, cloaked in black, he rings them. Yes, hear the bells, bring them straight to hell. Whoa, ring the bells. Bridget was the first to wonder. She is not the evil one. The power of possession, yeah, possession. It's those who point that dread the bells, and hell is what they've chosen. That's the power of possession, yeah, possession. Ooh.
Hello, I'm Dr. Dearheart, and I'm inviting you to join me for Death Demystified, where we dive into the mysteries of life's final chapter. On the last Friday of every month at noon, we'll explore the truths about death. Together, we'll turn what might seem like a dark topic into a path toward understanding and peace. Don't miss it. Let's demystify death together.
Between us, get me to your shore so I can receive this. If I'm gonna worry with you. Middle of the night and dark thoughts are whirling. promise to you I'll return it. If I'm gonna worry with you. Oh, I'm on the other side, picking up speed. Let go of the shame and lies I don't need. If I'm gonna put up with you. Let's get lost, baby, and take our own time. That's the life, that's the life. We never ever wanna get better. Let's get lost, baby, and take our own time. That's the life, that's the life. We never ever wanna get better. I thought there was a place for what I feel, and then I learned you are the place for what I feel. Come at me with all of your swagger. The strength of you is what I've been after. If I'm gonna mess up, I'm gonna mess up with you. Oh, I figured out that love takes you further. That's how I was ready for a life preserver. If I'm gonna worry with you. It's true. Let's get lost, baby, and take our own time. That's the life, that's the life. We never ever wanna get burned. Let's get lost, baby, and take our own time. That's the life, that's the life. We never ever wanna get burned. Let's get lost, baby, and take our own time. That's the life, that's the life. We never ever wanna get burned. Let's get lost, baby, and take our own time. That's the life, that's the life. We never ever wanna get burned.
She's so wonderful. 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 And if I see her tonight, will I leave her alone now? And if we see her tonight, will you tell her I love her? so wonderful.
My name's Luella Arrows, and you can catch my show Dream Gaze Overtone Friday nights, 5 to 7. We'll be grooving together to sounds of the underground, tunes with general behind the times beat, and heavy doses of reverb-laden ambiance. Dream Gaze Overtone Friday nights, 5 to 7 on 104.7 KXFM Laguna Beach.
It's a hard world to get a break in. All the good things have been taken. But girl, there are ways to make certain things pay. Though I'm dressed in these rags, I'll wear sable someday. Hear what I say. I'm gonna ride this serpent. No more time spent sweating wet. Hear my command. I'm breaking loose. It ain't no use holding me down. Stick around. But baby, remember, it's my life and I do what I want. It's my mind and I think what I want. Show me I'm wrong, hurt me sometimes, but someday I'll treat you real fine. There'll be women in your fortunes who just want to mother orphans. Are you gonna cry when I'm squeezing the ride, taking all I can get, no regrets? When I open the line and live on their money, believe me, honey, that money, can you believe? I ain't no saint who complains. So girl, go out, can it die? And baby, remember, it's my life and I do what I want. It's my mind and I think what I want. Show me I'm wrong, hurt me sometime, but someday I'll treat you real fine. It's my life and I do what I want. Don't push me. It's my mind and I think what I want. It's my life and I do what I want. It's my mind and I think what I want. Tell me. It's my life. Sitting in the morning sun and watching all the birds passing by. Oh, how sweet they sing, and oh, how much I wish that I could fly. And I tried, I said I tried, I really try, but I got to pick myself up, dust myself off, start all over again. I got to pick myself up and dust myself off, start all over again. Sitting in the midday sun and wondering where my meal's coming from. After working so hard, not even piece of bread, I mean, yeah. And I said I tried, oh Lord, I tried. Said I tried, I really tried, but I got to pick myself up and dust myself off, start all over again. I got to pick myself up and dust myself off, I say, and I start all over again. Sitting in the evening sun and watching the same birds passing by. Sitting there wondering and waiting for the time for me to fly. And I tried, I said I tried. Good Lord, I tried. I really try, but I got to pick myself up and dust myself off and start all over again. I got to pick myself up over and over and dust myself off and start all over again. So long and not just fine. It was just a waste of time. So long and not just fine. I've been wasting long, but I got to pick myself up and dust myself off and start all over.
It's a house, it's not a resort. Take my hand and run it through the sand. Ocean views and wide weatherboards. Take my hand and run it through the sand. Take my hand and run it through the. Take my hand and run it through the sand. Take my hand and run it through the sand. Smell the sea, it's over the trees. Smell the ocean roll. Take my hand and run it through the sand. Take my hand and run it through the. Take my hand and run it through the sand. Take my hand and run it through the sand. Take my hand and run it through the sand. Take my hand and run it through the sand. Take my hand and run it through the sand. Take my hand and run it through the sand. Take my hand and run it through the sand.
KXFM 1047, Laguna's Community Radio.
I'm sitting in the railway station, got a ticket for my destination. On a tour of one-night stands, my suitcase and guitar in hand, and every stop is neatly planned for a poet and a one-man band. Homeward bound, I wish I was homeward bound. Home, where my thoughts escaping, home, where my music's playing, home, where my love lies waiting silently for me. Every day is an endless stream of cigarettes and magazines. And each town looks the same to me, the movies and the factories, and every stranger's face I see reminds me that I long to be homeward bound. I wish I was homeward bound. Home, where my thoughts escaping, home, where my music's playing, home, where my love lies waiting silently for me. Tonight I'll sing my songs again, I'll play the game and pretend. But all my words come back to me in shades of mediocrity, like emptiness and harmony. I need someone to comfort me. Homeward bound, I wish I was homeward bound. Home, where my thoughts escaping, home, where my music's playing, home, where my love lies waiting silently for me. Silently for me.
Here's another track from local independent artists on KXFM. Laguna Beach.
Left my baby in a hotel room. City lights gonna push me through. Sleeping all night at the edge of the bed. Nightmares running through my head. But oh, you're with me now. Whiskey don't seem to taste right when you sit alone and you drink all night. Firelight sure hypnotize all the things my soul hides. But oh, you're with me now. Fog keeps rolling through my city town all day long and the sun goes down. What's the use, baby, what's the use? You're my love and I'm feeling abused. But oh, you're with me now. Friends seem to come and go, left in the wake of this old time show. It's happened before and it'll happen again. You love one another and then it's the end. But oh, you're with me now.
I can still remember me and Miss November rain, beautiful and strange, always so inclined, coloring outside the line. Yeah, you were never on time. You've always been slightly awkward, kinda weird, upside down and not all here. What's wrong with me and you is crystal clear. Sometimes I'm in a room where I don't belong, and the house is on fire and there's no alarm, and the walls are melting too. How about you? I've never been the favorite, thought I've seen it all, till I got my invitation to the lunatic ball, and my friends are coming too. How about you? Don't worry, it's all just a symptom of being human. Unpack all your baggage, hide it in the attic where you hope it disappears. This all seems so familiar, but it doesn't feel like home. It's just another unknown. You've always been slightly awkward, kinda weird, upside down and not all here. Right or wrong, it's all so crystal clear. Sometimes I'm in a room where I don't belong, and the house is on fire and there's no alarm, and the walls are melting too. How about you? I've never been the favorite, thought I've seen it all, till I got my invitation to the lunatic ball, and my friends are coming too. How about you? Don't worry, it's all just a symptom of being human. We're all just passing through, passengers on a ship of fools. We're all just passing through, passengers on a ship of fools. Sometimes I'm in a room where I don't belong, and the house is on fire and there's no alarm, and the walls are melting too. How about you? I've never been the favorite, thought I've seen it all, till I got my invitation to the lunatic ball, and my friends anthem of being human.
KXRN LP, Laguna Niguel, Laguna Beach. KXFM on 104.7, kxfmradio.org.
This disclaimer is a statement notifying listening audiences that any opinions expressed on our shows are not representative of Laguna Radio Inc., its management, or its board of directors.
Good evening. This is Craig, and it is Art Walking Radio is the second Thursday of the month, and we always have Art Walking Radio. We have a special surprise for you this evening, and we've been working with a local group of musicians, all siblings. They are called the Longview. They are a self-taught family of musicians from Solano Beach. Lazy, am I saying that right? Into the mic. Lays. Oh, okay. One more time.
Lays.
Oh, okay. And then we have Enzo.
Hi.
Hi, Enzo. And we have Coco. Coco is 13.
Yeah.
And Delmar.
Hi.
He's 10. They have for over 2 years experience playing together throughout the coastal northern county, San Diego, and Orange County, including Laguna Beach's Fête de la Musique, which was where we discovered them. I believe Leah discovered them and said, they got to be on our program. And Encinitas cruise nights and Moonlight Beach concerts, local surf rock musicians, royalty dating back to the 1960s, including members of the Safaris. I meant that right? Safaris. Oh, the Safaris and Shantays have passed the torch on to them. I'm sorry about my voice. It just went to heck. They're all keeping the surf and the ocean sports and coastal culture alive for future generations. I welcome the Longview. Leah, did you have a few more things to say here?
Yes, we're so excited this evening. And our listeners, please forgive us. We have a very small room, and we're sharing mics. So if we fumble, just fumble with us. We'll have a great time this evening. Anyway, we're welcoming these terrific family of musicians, and it's my pleasure to introduce the Longview. They're a remarkable group of 4 siblings whose harmonies are as natural as their bond. They blend acoustic, soul with heartfelt lyrics. Their music offers rich, emotional landscape that lives up to their name, the Longview. We're honored to share their sound with you, and so we hope you enjoy the journey. I must tell you that we're also so pleased. We're grateful to the Laguna Beach Beautification Council for sponsoring this show, and they promote and advance projects to enhance Laguna's natural and cultural beauty. Art Walking encourages all of you listeners to support, including organizations and businesses advancing appreciation of the natural resources that sustain the beauty of our wonderful surrounding environment. And each year, the Laguna Beach Beautification Council recognizes and awards public and private beautification projects. It's also acknowledging that the Laguna Beach County Water District's generosity is always hosting its meetings for us in their beautiful surroundings. So welcome, listeners. Enjoy it tonight. It's very ad hoc. We're going to have a great time, and we're going to start off with a little slack key. So introduce yourself.
Okay. Hello, I'm Enzo.
Enzo.
I'm the band's lead guitarist, and I sometimes sing. And here's a traditional Hawaiian slack key song from the Big Island.
And as what I was speaking to your parents about, Enzo, is that you have a family history from Hawaii as well. And so your names come from all over different countries. And it's so wonderful. And the blending of this music. And we'll talk more about how you got started on this using YouTube during the pandemic. So thank you. Let's start off and let's listen to some of your music.
Okay, here it is. Can you hear that?
What's so wonderful is I opened the conversation to all of you. You learned about this during the pandemic. You never had studied music. So
Never did.
chime in and tell us what got you started and why did you go to YouTube to do this?
Let me start it out. Okay, so basically, I kind of started out before lockdown, but I really started to really have a lot of time to practice during lockdown because there was not much to do outdoors or anything because you were locked in your house. Yeah, just online school. So I kind of went to YouTube as a place to just learn guitar, and it was really helpful in helping me.
There's so many
learn.
resources online nowadays. You don't have to look at music books. So there's Marty Music, there's Songster, there's Ultimate Guitar, and that's kind of what we used.
Yeah, it's a
And
lot
you
easier.
started and way back, how many years was it? 5 years ago?
I started about 5
2019?
years.
About 5
2019.
years.
Yeah.
And so each one of you, introduce yourself, your name, where it comes from that you know of, and go ahead and start telling us who you are individually, and then I'll come back to you and when you started playing, what age you were.
Okay. Hi, I'm Enzo Johnson.
And you're the
I'm the
you're
second oldest.
the
Second
eldest one.
oldest.
Second oldest.
You're
People
the
used to
second
think we
oldest,
were
that's right.
twins.
You are the oldest.
Yes.
Yeah.
He outgrew me a long time ago. He's like almost a foot taller.
He's 6'2".
All right.
6'2".
All right.
Yeah, so I'm 16. And
16 now.
Yeah. And my name, I think it's Italian. It's kind of similar to
Enzo, E-N-Z-O.
Yeah, it's similar
also
to
Japanese.
Enzo Ferrari.
Enzo Ferrari.
And also in Japan, it means the circle.
It means a circle. How interesting.
Yeah.
And you are?
I'm Laís Johnson, and I am our lead singer and sometimes drummer and sometimes rhythm guitarist. Just depends on what I feel like doing. And my name is actually Portuguese. And we are not Portuguese. We're half Asian. But our parents found out this name because they were watching a PBS documentary. I think it was obviously before I was born. And there was this girl named Lais, or Lais, that's how they pronounce it in Brazil. And she had kind of a hard upbringing, and she was raised by her grandmother. And despite it all, she was super positive and sweet and a wonderful person. And she was an artist too, actually.
How
And
wonderful.
So they named me after her, and she'll never know it. Maybe someday she will.
Oh,
I hope she's doing good.
that is so beautiful.
But yeah.
And the next up?
I am Coco Tahiti Bassett Johnson. I have a long name. I don't know where my first name was from.
Coco.
Hawaii?
I'm not sure.
Doesn't it mean like crazy?
I think it's Tahitian.
No, that's loco.
I think it's Tahitian.
Oh, my middle name is Tahiti. So
Oh, yeah.
I think they just
And you
thought
are
that-
how old?
I'm 13.
You're 13.
Yes.
And so did you all start together when you started playing?
Enzo and I started first. Enzo started
Yeah, I
first.
started first.
You
'Cause
started
My
first.
uncle bought me a guitar when I was, I think, 9. I didn't really
You were
play
really
it,
young.
but then I finally got the chance to play it during COVID.
And then you joined in?
Yeah.
Yes. So I learned guitar, and then my uncle bought me a flute before a guitar.
A flute.
Yes. So flute was my instrument. I don't know why I picked flute. He just asked, "What do you want from Guitar Center?" So I told him a flute because it's a pretty feminine instrument. And so we have a funny story. You want to talk about Gizzard?
Oh, yeah.
And how did you
So-
know that you had the voice?
Oh, I started singing much later. We were an instrumental band for a long
So
time.
just
actually.
instrumental.
Yes. But our funny story. So during lockdown, obviously every kid was super, super bored, right? So it was boredom that kind of drew us towards music because we spent all our time listening to music. And that's kind of how we picked up guitar. We're like, look at that guitar in the corner. We should pick it up. So that's
Yeah.
what Enzo did. And I picked up flute, and the first song we learned together was Let It Be by the Beatles.
Yeah.
It had some really simple chords in it.
Or chords.
And I played the vocal melody on my flute. And we would go outside and we would play it for the lizards in
For
our
the
yard.
lizards?
All the
we
lizards in
would
our
play
yard.
for hours on end.
Did they come up
Hours.
and look at you like that?
Yes,
Yeah.
they did. We
They
actually
do. They
became
do
good
look at
friends
you,
with
don't
them.
they?
And you know how lizards are super skittish? Like you walk outside and they all run away. We had lizards that would fall asleep right next to us and listen to the music. So I think they liked it.
Yeah, so we learned that we can make a connection. If we can make a connection with lizards, then we can make a connection with people.
So you didn't call her the Long Lizard Band, right? Well, I'm when I first heard you at Fête de Musique here in Laguna Beach, I was just riveted by all of you. And then Del Mar, you were how old when you started?
I was about 8 when I started in the band.
But you were 5, weren't you, when you
when I first got taught guitar.
He's kind of grown up around music because
You've
we
become a musician since really being a very young child.
Yeah.
And how many different instruments do you play?
He plays a lot.
Yeah, I play.
You play all of
guitar.
them, like guitar, you wind
Drums, he
instruments,
plays drums.
piano,
And bass.
I know you play drums because I heard you.
Yeah, I play drums, guitar, piano,
bass.
I played bass at one point.
He used to be our bassist.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
big-
And he also
And-
sings.
Yeah, he
and you
does.
sing too.
Yeah, I sing sometimes.
Well, I think we ought to hear a song from them, don't you?
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, let's
Okay.
hear something that you would like to sing together and
Okay.
play.
Do you want to do
Together? What-
Don't Worry, Baby? That had some good
Okay,
harmonies.
give me a second to tune up. I just tuned down.
Tune
and
up
played
and
slide.
then tell us what the song is.
Okay. So, one of our favorite things to do in the car when we're driving home from the beach or to the beach is we put on the Beach Boys. That's what makes us happiest. It always has. Beach Boys and Beatles, but in the summertime, especially the Beach Boys, because they're just the soundtrack to the place that we live in, you know? And so, I guess my ideal day would be go to the beach, body surf, 12 hours,
Do you
ideally.
do that too? You
Yeah.
body surf all
Yeah,
the
we
time?
love body
yeah.
surfing.
We
That's our
love the
favorite thing.
ocean.
Just take our fins down to the beach, and then on the drive home, put on the Beach Boys, especially "Don't Worry, Baby." Wouldn't it be nice? God only knows.
And you
Those
know they
kind of
lived
songs.
here in Laguna.
What?
They were here.
Really?
Yeah.
That makes sense. That totally
They
makes
were-
sense.
And also, Ricky Nelson and all the guys that sang, they were all here.
Really?
It's just wonderful, up and down the beach. Of course, you're close by in Solana Beach, correct?
Mhm.
That's where you live?
Yeah.
and you're doing a lot of different performances. I know that
Yeah, we are.
your parents are here and your grandma, Cece,
Yes.
whom I met at Fête de Musique here in Laguna Beach
Yes.
when we put on yearly musical shows. It's going to be the upcoming, I think it's, we've been doing it for over 18 years here.
Oh,
So
wow.
we're going to be doing it again next year, and we hope you're going to be here. That's how I met you, out in front of City Hall.
We're so happy to be a part of it.
Yeah, we're so delighted to have you in studio, and I know we're crowded in here. We've never had so many people, so we're getting used to it too. But we're ready. Tell us when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'll probably strum with my fingers so it's quieter.
Might want to have the microphone farther back so I don't.
And once again, the name of your song?
Okay, so this song is called "Don't Worry, Baby."
Don't worry,
A lot
baby.
of times when we play this song, people cry in the audience because I think they need that message these days. A lot of people are having a hard time, and they just need to listen to some sweet music with a good message, and it makes them feel better.
Yeah.
Wise words.
Also, this one's dedicated to Brian Wilson, who just recently
Yes.
passed away.
I love
Thank
Brian.
you for that. That's really kind and very thoughtful.
Yeah.
All right, ready, guys?
And are you going to join us, young man?
He'll be on
Okay,
percussion.
You're down there in the corner.
Usually Dale plays a full drum kit,
Okay.
but
Here we
he's
go.
holding back right now.
We have a big pearl set.
Oh yeah, for anyone listening on the radio, he's playing one of those drumming boxes that you sit on and you tap with your hands. Improvising. All right, ready, guys?
Yeah.
This is "Don't Worry, Baby."
Well, it's been building up inside of me for, I don't know how long. I don't know why, but I keep thinking something's bound to go wrong. He looks in my eyes and makes me realize when he says, "Don't worry, baby. Don't worry, baby. Everything will turn out alright. Don't worry, baby. Don't worry, baby. I guess he should have kept his mouth shut when he started bragging about his car. But he can't back down now because he pushed the other guys too far. I make him wanna drive. He makes me come alive when he says, "Don't worry, baby. Don't worry, baby. Everything will turn out alright. Don't worry, baby. Don't worry, baby." Ooh. I told him, baby, when you race today, just take along my love with you. And if you knew how much I love you, baby, nothing could go wrong with you. Oh, what he does to me when he takes hold of me and he says, "Don't worry, baby. Everything will turn out alright. Don't worry, baby. Everything will turn out alright. Don't worry, baby. Don't worry, baby. Don't worry, baby. Don't worry, baby. Ooh.
Oh my gosh, that is just beautiful. And Lise, your voice is so soft and sensitive. I just love it. And it's the perfect blend in that song.
Thank
and
you
the
so much.
background vocals were great. How do you choose the songs that you like? Do you
Honestly, they're just the songs that we really, really love. And
they choose you, maybe?
They choose us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually the songs that
Sometimes
we
they
grew up
Is that how
listening
the
to.
band's name got started with the long view?
The long
That-
view.
Yeah.
There's a lot of kind of meanings behind the long
Give
view.
us some.
Okay, how do
It's
we
really
explain
complicated.
It is.
Sometimes
or
it's hard
not.
to
It
answer
is.
when people ask us because it's kind of a long-winded answer. We were talking about this in the car actually.
Well, we need to know.
Okay,
We
but
wanna share.
as you know, we pick a lot of songs from the past, right? And those are the songs that just have this wonderful optimistic feeling, and they make us feel so happy, and they reflect a time when California felt so happy and the world did. Our dad talks about it a lot because he's 64, almost 65, so he lived through that. And sometimes I feel like the music today is not always like that. Sometimes it's
Yeah.
more sad. And we kind of want to bring the wonderful, happy, exuberant, optimistic feeling
Well, it is.
from
It is
back
like
then
it
and
is
bring
like
it into the future.
it is like medicine.
It totally
I do
is,
feel.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you all feed into it and decide which ones you like?
Yeah.
I would say so,
Coco,
yeah.
You do. You decide. Also, you help
Yeah.
choose, and all of you do that.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Delmar, do you pipe in also?
Yeah.
He loves rock songs.
Yeah,
I
well,
do.
that's what I was going to ask you. Do you play rock?
Yes,
Yeah,
we
we
do.
do.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Surf
should
rock.
see us on the drums.
Oh, are you
and
gonna give us an
distorted
example?
electric guitar? We could try. Do you want to
yeah,
try
let's do it.
Miserloo?
Are you
Yeah.
ready? You can
Yeah,
tell us
I
what
love
you're going to
Miserloo.
play.
Here's an
Okay,
old
tune in.
one by Dick Dale.
All right.
It's from the
Dick Dale on
60s.
drums.
Well, I have to tell you that I met Dick Dale when he lived in Costa
Really?
Mesa
Really?
No.
and went to his home. And it was a fascinating, I'm so glad you said that. I hadn't thought about it in years, but when I was, in my early 20s, I met Dick Dale in his house. He lived in Costa Mesa and he had a black pool with piranhas in it.
What?
And he had cages of animals all around and a lion in one room.
Wow.
And, eventually he actually got, unfortunately, attacked by his lion. But it was quite interesting. And I remember my son, who's your dad's age, came with me to visit him.
Wow.
And Dick Dale and the Deltones was well known. If you imagine Costa Mesa in a typical, house that you would, nothing special. It was just, a stucco house.
Yeah.
And all of this. And he had this swimming pool painted black on the inside with piranhas.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
Wow.
I wonder if he ever swam in that.
Not with the piranhas. But anyway, yeah, but he also made great music. So
His music
Yeah.
was so great.
so this is one of his. What's the title?
Miserloo. It's his favorite. It's his most famous one. It's called Miserloo.
Miserly?
Miserloo.
Miserloo.
Yeah.
You know
It's,
what it meant?
it's like an old. What
Middle
is it?
Eastern
It's a
song.
Middle Eastern song. It's about forbidden love
Between
between
a Christian
A
and a
Christian
Muslim.
man and a Muslim woman.
How interesting.
Apparently-
let's hear it.
Apparently dates back to like the 1800s.
Give it
Yeah.
to your all.
All right, let's go.
Here it is.
As loud as you want.
Single version, right?
Single? Yeah, let's do it.
Hopefully it picks up his lead. Let's see.
Do you hear this? You might want to turn it up a little bit. Okay, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Ready when you are.
And we have Delmar on the guitar now.
Yes.
And Lace, we're having you on the drums, right?
Yeah.
There you go. All right.
You guys ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
Wow. Thank you so much. This is wonderful. We'll take a break for a minute. Okay?
This is KXFM 104.7, Laguna Beach's community radio. We're here this evening with the Long View, and it is a art walking art night with our fabulous sponsor, Laguna Beautification Council, who has been with us for the last, 3 years, Leah?
Well, actually, even longer, but yes, 3 years.
3
Before
years.
that, we had Coastal Eddy Gallery.
And fabulous to have them to support us here on the Laguna Beach's community radio. It is a nonprofit, and any donations, anyone who wants to help support us is greatly appreciated. I guess, Leah, you have some information about the Longview and their upcoming engagements.
Well, I just got this in. This is exciting because their recent performances in 2024 and 25, their parents sent me a nice little text. San Diego Surf Stomp Dance Concert with the Tourmaliners.
Yes, the
Tourmaliners. They
Yeah.
tour and they're
Tourmaliners.
on a line. Right. Tourmaliners. And then Solana Beach, upcoming Fiesta del Sol concerts at the Cove, holiday tree lighting, and Encinitas Moonlight Beach concerts, cruise nights on Highway 101, Sunbums Grome Orama,
That was so much
Lucadia
fun.
Art Walk holiday, and Spring Street Fairs, La Paloma Poetry Slam. In Carlsbad, you're at the Camp Store, Oceanside, California Surf Museum, and Laguna Beach, of course, you were here for the Cultural Arts Center Fête de Musique. And now the future scheduled performances for you coming up are Friday, August 15th at 4 o'clock to 7, Fox Farms in Encinitas, pardon me. And then Thursday, the 21st at 5:30 to 8:30, you're going to be in Pacific View Sessions radio interview in Encinitas, California. And then, boy, you have a busy schedule. Tuesday, August 26th, 5:30 to 8:30, The Taste of Encinitas in Encinitas, California.
Mhm.
And then finally, Sunday, September 21st, you have the Peace Fest, Kids for Peace, Carlsbad, California. So you raise money for groups that are needy.
It's a
That's so
foundation.
wonderful.
It's a
Well, we
band
have
camp.
your parents here too, and we hope we're going to have them on talking with us. And
Yeah.
because you have the most fascinating background too, with the mixed, heritage that you have,
Yes.
Asian and you're Northern European, Norwegian, is it Norwegian?
Swedish.
Is Swedish,
Yeah.
right? At first, I thought because of your father's name is Torgen, that maybe, man, I guess it's also popular in Denmark, that name.
Oh, really?
Too, because
It's like Thor.
yeah, and so it's wonderful. And then you're such a beautiful family, and you're so supportive of each other. And you have your grandmother and I sat together, and that's how we all met. In fact, we have another gentleman that saw you and thought you were fabulous, and who knows, you might end up in one of his films. He's a horror film producer
Oh, wow.
from Australia.
Wow.
His name is
Wow.
Mark Savage, and he's been on our program.
That's
So
interesting.
I hope he's listening. Hi, Mark, if you are.
Hi, Mark.
Just remember, audience out there, you heard them here first on KXFM.
Right, it's a first. We brought them here to you, but they've
Yes.
been here in Laguna. They're just kind of sharing with us all the wonderful things they do.
Oh, and by the way, this is our first interview ever.
Yes, this is our first.
You're doing beautifully. And
Thank you.
by the way, I feel like it's my first interview as well. We've never had so many people here. And also, we have a wonderful helper back here.
Oh, our station manager, John, is here helping me out. I don't know all the buttons and whistles there.
John,
So
I couldn't
John
do
Ford
this.
is,
And
we
John,
thank you,
thank you
John,
so
for being
much.
here.
It's really
Yeah, thank you.
wonderful.
The world would be very hard without sound, guys. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
So-
I do think that the magic of music is that it is somehow it's an address to your memory bank, and in a lot of ways, like you were saying, that it brings back those wonderful times you remember when you hear a song, just like the one you played
It definitely
just
does.
a while ago, and it's always a very healthy thing to have those feelings. It's like it's like the Dewey Decimal System in the library. It brings up all your fond memories.
So I also
Yeah.
wanted to ask, because you play all this music from the past, you bring in all, as you said, all this wonderful music which you relate to because it has such joy, gives you such joy.
Yes.
Have you written or are you writing your own music as well?
We're in the process of it. Actually, at our house, we just kind of finished setting up a music studio in an extra room. And so we're starting to spend a lot of time in there, late nights. So
You do
we're
this
just
every
starting.
single night?
Almost
You
every
play,
single
all of
night.
You all.
It's a spur of the moment thing. Like Enzo will come into my room and he'll say, "Hey, you want to practice?" And I'll be like, "Sure."
And what does Coco say?
I just tag along with them.
And Dell is always game for practicing.
And you're always up for it, Dill.
Always.
He's
I
always
know.
playing on his SG.
I think it's great. Now, do you also have animals at home?
We have Dell.
We
No,
have-
I'm kidding.
Dell's your
I'm
puppy?
kidding.
Okay, we have goats across the street.
You have goats? I had a goat too. I
Oh,
love
really?
having goats.
We don't have any pets, but
Yeah.
at some point we'd love to get a dog.
Yeah, but you
I
have,
really
but
like
you,
golden
but you bring
retrievers.
them into your life, like you said. The lizards actually
Mhm.
would go to sleep under your feet or near your
Yes,
feet.
they would.
Yes.
Oh, I think that's.
I
so
love
wonderful.
animals.
Yeah. So now going to a different genre.
Mhm.
Now we've heard, kind of surf music.
Yes.
Tell us what you'd like to play.
Oh, what do you think?
Let me see.
We
Maybe-
have
You have
bossa
something
nova.
that
We
you-
have country.
We could play.
Bossa Nova.
Yeah, we can do
Bossa nova's
nova.
really pretty.
Yeah.
All
Do you want
right.
to do that?
Meditation.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Let's
All
hear
right.
another rhythm.
Thinking meditation.
That shows your diversity of music that you can play, which I
Yeah,
feel like, yeah.
we're just starting to get into bossa nova and jazz. It's beautiful because it's like beach music from the 1960s, just like the Beach Boys, but it's from a different place. It's from Brazil.
All right. All right.
I want
let's
to
hear-
visit there someday for sure.
Same.
Are we ready?
Yeah, this
All
stuff
right.
has a really unique sound.
Give us the word.
Yeah. Okay.
Ready?
Do you have a title on it?
This is called Meditation.
Oh, yeah. I know that.
This is by Jobim, right? Or is
Antonio Carlos Jobim.
Antonio Carlos.
I believe so.
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In my loneliness, when you're gone and I'm all by myself, and I need your caress, I just think of you. Thought of you holding me near makes my loneliness soon disappear. Though you're far away, I have only to close my eyes, and you are back to stay. I just close my eyes, and the sadness that missing you brings soon is gone. This heart of mine sings. Yes, I love you so, and that for me is all I need to know. I will wait for you till the sun falls from out of the sky. For what else can I do? I will wait for you, meditating how sweet life will be when you come back to me. is gone and this heart of mine sings. Yes, I love you so. And that for me is all I need to know. I will wait for you till the sun falls from out of the sky. For what else can I do? I will wait for you, dictating how sweet life will be when you come back to me.
Oh, thank you so much. I love Antonio Carlos Jobim. I know there was a collaboration with him and Frank Sinatra, and the album was titled Francis Albert Sinatra and Antonio Carlos Jobim, and it was a classic. All those songs that were so popular, and they're all very happy songs. They're very casual, very comforting beach music. I
Totally.
guess it's a more, I don't want to say sophisticated, but it's a different type of beach music. A lot more,
And it's different from American jazz too.
Yeah,
It's
it
just
has a
something
Latin.
light and happy with Latin beats. You're right.
Yeah.
And usually really sweet vocals.
Yeah, and I praise you for you don't have headphones or anything to help you monitor your singing voice. You have no feedback speaker.
Oh yeah, what I do is I plug my ear. I forget who I learned this from. You plug your ear and you kind of put the palm of your hand towards
Yes.
your mouth.
I've
kind
done
of
that.
reflects the sound.
I've done that in the car when I'm singing and I know I'm off key.
You can tell he has a great voice. You know, when he does
So-
his announcements.
It was Nick from Laguna Sound.
Oh, Nick from Laguna Sound.
What's
Oh
that?
yeah. I learned the technique from this man named Nick Rosari from Laguna Sound Studio.
Oh, yes.
Just over here.
Oh, wow.
That was, yes, because
We
that
recorded
was,
there.
It really helps. I know.
The sound spectrum, was that it? The
Laguna Sound.
Laguna Sound.
Laguna Sound.
Yeah.
I think
Studio.
we're gonna record there sometime soon this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, I think so. This is
Well, what do you
wonderful.
think? Do we want to bring the parents in? And
Yeah, I think
and
we'll let
few
them have a
other
little
people?
break.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give you a break for a second, and then we'll have your parents come in and your grandma
Well-
and all these
well-
people, and then
Sounds
we'll
good.
have you back in.
We'll throw on some recorded music just to pass the to keep it moving here.
Yeah.
And we'll be back on KXFM 1047, Laguna Beach's community radio. We're so glad you've tuned in this evening for Art Walking Radio. We're just getting started here with the long view, and here we.
You get it.
Good evening. This is Craig on KXFM with Art Walking Radio, the second Thursday of each month. We're so happy to be here. We missed last month, so we're making up for it doubly this evening with a fabulous group of family members here sharing their love of music and their ability to share their music with the multitudes. And we're just happy to have them here. And we have the four musicians have left the studio for a moment, a brief rest, and we now have the family's parents and a special guest.
We have a special guest who just walked in. We're very, very pleased. Jean Fallowfield. She was the co-organizer of the Fête de la Musique here in Laguna Beach, and she can talk about discovering the band at Rick Conkey's Laguna Beach Cultural Center, which used to be the a place where a lot of people would go for many, many years when it was BC Space. So we're very happy to have you here, Jean. Welcome. Tell us a little bit about how you discovered the band and.
Well, my husband and I, Larry Lewis and I, are involved in Laguna Beach Cultural Arts Center. We go to a lot of things there, but also we have been involved in what's going on in San Onofre. So we went to an event one night where they were putting on the movie San Onofre Syndrome, which Lindsay and Torgan, their parents, have been involved with, and apparently you were featured in the movie. And when I arrived, this band was playing, and we had gone there to see this movie, which I hope you elaborate on, because it's something everyone needs to know about. So I walk in and this band's playing, and they're amazing. And I went up to Rick and I said, "Who are they?" And he told me and waited till the end. And I went up and I said, "Would you come play in the Fête de la Musique?" And they said yes. And I made an announcement right then that they were going to play with us. And then Rick Conkey advertised it. So it was set in stone. And it was wonderful because then when I was going to put them on with the student showcase, which they would only get a short gig there because there are several students, local students, that do it, but they were so good, and I saw their tapes. And so I said, we opened a new venue just for them in front of City Hall, which we had never had before.
And that's where I saw them. I walked over there and I met their grandmother, Cece, and we sat down. I introduced myself, told her who I was, and then I met Torgan and Lindsay.
Let's introduce the parents.
Yes,
of the brood.
Right. So we have Lindsay. Thank you for coming, and Torgan. And
pleasure.
We couldn't have these musicians here without you. But it is an amazing thing. We have been talking all evening. So this whole connection that we have about the San Onofre, and then I was involved as well, as you know, many years ago. So this has been an ongoing thing. So it's so interesting that you walked in, Jean, and we all are connected. It's just no wonder they call it the World Wide Web. I mean, in so many different ways. So I wanted to go back for a second and talk a little bit about your heritage. Cece's here with us. She decided she would stay in the other room. But tell us, because it's such an amazing thing. On ethnic point of view, you have the meetings of two continents, the European continent and many islands in between. And then, of course, then you have Asia. And tell us about how you met and your backgrounds, and also what you do in your daily life, and these wonderful children that you have.
You want to start?
Where to start?
Where to start? Lindsay, go ahead and tell us about you.
When I first met Torgan, it was so noticeable that we were both, he used the word Eurasian, and I had never heard that before. My mother is Chinese. My father is English, Welsh, and French. They met in college. And
where were you in college?
Well,
you met in college?
My parents.
Oh, your parents
met in college, just like Torgan's parents met in college in the Midwest. His mother from the North Shore of Oahu, his father from the Midwest. And so these two extremes, these people from exotic backgrounds coming together, it really only happened in these college environments. And it
so four very different cultures,
yes,
from very different,
very
were all
different.
brought together, and the bond was falling in love, which that's the part I really like. Okay.
Well, and the other part of it is especially, fast forwarding to now,
yes,
the idea about having immigrants, and we're all immigrants. Most of us are not Native American.
Absolutely.
And even so, everyone's an immigrant at one time or another as they're walking either through the Aleutian Islands or wherever they're coming from, or up the west coast of Africa. So what's so interesting is to have you all here in this room, all working towards such wonderful things and recognizing in each other all of the things that you can do to make the world better. And here you have a family that during one of the most difficult times, when you had, this plague over the whole country, they get together and they start playing. And that, it's just incredible.
I got to ask, was there a flashpoint? I mean, you're raising 4 children, right? And
yes.
And they're kind of mixing. Maybe dad says, why do you play the music? You need to go become a doctor or a lawyer, and you'll never make any money. It's too crazy. Is that right, Torch?
No,
that's not what he said.
I'll say this. When my parents met in the Midwest, my dad noticed my mom in the graduate dining commons, and he asked her on a date. And on their first date, he proposed to her. And she said, you must be.
It's called.
I told you love.
She says he was so in love. And all he needed to do was talk to her and hear her voice and hear her thoughts. And she was from Hawaii, and she's got just this, we call it big aloha. It's just this warmth, and she was very heady and very down to earth. And that was just the thing that drove my dad. He proposed to her. She said, you're crazy. You don't even know me. He says, to the contrary, I've been asking everybody about you for months.
But she said yes.
And she said, I would be crazy to say no. She says, I've noticed you too. I've had my eye on you too. And she said yes. And he did this big backflip off of this big pedestrian bridge. And she said, you are crazy. She says, oh boy. And anyway, so many years later, they always talked about family. They talked about certain values. I inherited a dairy farming family ethic, which is it's like a barn raising ethic. People take care of each other. You lose a barn in a storm, and everybody in the community comes out and helps you rebuild the barn. And I learned this from my mother. She grew up on a sugar plantation in Kahuku. That was the salt of the earth of Hawaii. And she was barefoot. She became valedictorian of her high school. At 16, she went off to the Midwest, actually Boulder and then the Midwest for college. And she's multi-degreed, very sweet person. We all still talk about her. She never met these kids, but I promised to her, I said, Mom, on her deathbed, I said, Mom, I'm going to have a big family. I've been wanting kids. I'm going to have a big family. And I said, I'll name one of them after you. She said, will you do that? So I said, promise. I said, stay in contact with us. Wherever you go, I'm not ready to say goodbye, but stay in contact with us. She says,
energy.
She said, well, it's exactly right. She says, I'll do that. I told my kids when they were born, I said, I've been wanting to meet you for about 20 years. The relationships that I were in were just not right. I met Lindsay. It was so effortless. It was the babies came out. They were born.
We were introduced by his high school, kindergarten,
And
best
kindergarten.
friend.
And where was this?
In Encinitas.
In Encinitas.
Yes.
So you were on a farm, though, in the Midwest, where you were raised.
No, I was raised in Malibu. My parents
in Malibu.
My parents were very progressive.
Oh, these were your
And-
grandparents then.
No, those are my parents that came from sugar plantation and dairy farm.
Okay, that's okay.
They went to college. My dad was a laser physicist, worked with the man who invented the laser, Dr. Maiman in Malibu. They co-developed the first lasers.
Wow.
Very, very heady, down-to-earth people. I can't explain what it's like, but they were muumuus and flip-flops.
What a combo.
Cowboy boots and cowboy hats.
Cowboy hats and Harley Davidsons. They were a very unusual couple. And my dad says, he says, you want to pick your partner carefully. And he says, diversity is the strength.
Oh, I love that.
Not just of
This is it.
not just
Yes.
of your children, but of society.
Society. And
And
this
they
is what
were.
we
He
are.
was 6'4", blonde hair and blue eyes, and my mother was this petite woman from Hawaii, dark skinned and dark hair and brown eyes, and they were such opposites, and they were so powerful together. But they instilled a certain value system just through their conversations at dinner table and by bringing people in. I mean, my mother did social work too. She was her background was psychology and poli-sci, but
And you were studying what in school?
I studied, oh boy, a lot of things, but I wound up with degrees in architecture from USC, a professional degree in architecture from USC, and 2 graduate degrees from Harvard in urban planning and large landscape planning. But I also did a lot of public art. And I think the public art was where the critical societal critique was happening, especially in LA. It was a wonderful environment. And that, along with my parents' teachings on just fundamental values of goodness and treating people well and appreciating diversity and difference.
So wonderful. And then, Lindsay, what were you studying in school when you met?
Before we met, I went to UC Davis. I studied biology and physiology, and then
Psychology and physiology.
biology
Oh,
and
biology and
physiology,
physiology.
which brought me down to San Diego, where I worked in research. I've done that for many years, but then kind of branched off into public health, helping start up one of the first birth centers in Encinitas, and then also had an edible landscaping business.
Oh,
When I met Torgen, I was looking to shift into design work, landscape, organic
Interesting
gardens.
how you have doors open and then you walk through and then you have a whole new career. And then
Yes.
your children now in music.
Yes.
And yet,
That was
where was that in
completely
the family?
unexpected.
I was telling them in the car, I said, your mother always played beautiful classical music when you were
In vitro.
In
in
utero.
yeah.
In utero, yeah.
Right.
And that had to have an effect on you because she played it for hours and hours and hours. Then when the children were born, the moment they were born, we had a small stereo in the delivery room at Scripps Encinitas Hospital. And I remember they were born and it just queued up, and they were born to Diana Ross and the Supremes singing "I Hear a Symphony," and it was played real soft in the background. None of them cried. They were born into the world with their eyes open, and they were always very calm. There was very little crying. They had music around them all the time. We always had music. I had my son. I was telling him he was in a Moses basket next to me on the ground while I was designing homes. I was on CAD and music was playing. That was beautiful. We had bossa nova. We had gorgeous world music. We had classical music. So the children have been bathed in music since before they were born.
Now, you said, Torgen, you said you have designed some interesting pieces in Los Angeles in train stations, or
Yeah, I did a lot of public art. I was working with an artist, and we combined architecture and public art, and just said, why not just make the whole built environment sculptural, artistic, and beautiful, imbued with beautiful poetics, both the iconography and looking at the history of the place and infusing that into the public art. So none of it was plop art. It was all very site specific and using a technique where we would piggyback onto the budgets that were already part of the project, and we would absorb them into the art budget. So if there was,
you might find it interesting. We had a guest on that was his favorite work was to look at architecture and match a music theme with that. And he has events where he shares the music that is appropriate for the architecture, which sounds like that would, it's just something I think you might be interested in, that's going on. And it's a blending of two artistic forms, that I think it brought a very powerful message. Anyway, I don't remember the guest's name, but maybe Leah does.
Yeah. There's so many crossovers, Gene, before you came. And this was wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us. We were talking about kind of the fields that we were in, the different fields. And when I was at the university, and like you, Lindsay, I was in the sciences and the arts. So I worked, at the UC Irvine, and I was running the gallery and working in the art department. And at the same time, I was working with a medical school in physiology. So I had that background too, and doing the drawings, things like that. And so, there's just what's so exciting. I can hardly stand it. It's like a giant web going, it's running, it's reverberating. Then you walk in, Jean, and you bring all this wonderful things in, and all the people that I know. Everybody seems to know everybody.
And I didn't know your professional background, but I'm a licensed landscape architect and have a master's in urban design.
Beautiful.
Yeah. See, there we go. And so it all is just kind of, and then I worked in landscape architecture with Jana Ruzicka, who just passed recently. And so we worked on a lot of projects and public works with Sunset Magazine and things like that. So, I mean, it goes on and goes on and goes on. But what's so wonderful is here we have this new generation. The beauty that you talk about is this incredible melding of ways, and women know this well, but some men like you understand that what you do, even on a level that most people don't understand, like when you're in vitro, what you do, whether you're in water all the time, like I was with my son, and the same thing when you started talking about how you were and what those children were like playing music while, before they're born, all of that, all those things, because they go through your neural systems and all of these different things, and they affect the child. Right. So whatever hormones, neural systems, outside influences, emotional, everything affects, everything.
If you're at peace, if you're in love, if you're joyful, the child's bathed in all of those hormones, those chemicals.
Through their music, they're now going. It's the future. They're the future. They're bringing the best of it, moving forward with, as your daughter spoke about so beautifully in prefacing her music, that they move forward and they're giving beauty. And when she talked about a lizard going to sleep at her feet, that's
she
about
didn't
it.
tell you about another amazing gift that she actually, and all the kids had. We call it butterfly whispering. When she was 2, I remember, we have video of this. She would run around in her tiny diaper. She wasn't even toilet trained yet. Just this wild child out in the sunshine. And she would go out into the grass and she would just pose like a sculpture. And she would put her arm out and her fingertips out. And butterflies would land on her fingertips, and they would dance around and flitter around, and then they would land on her head. I have hours of video of this. And so this was Laïs. Laïs has this energy and gift and peace about her that is
she does.
So attractive.
Is there a meaning to her name?
Yes, it's lion.
What is it?
Lion.
A lion.
Yes.
So it's lazy.
Lays, yes, lays, lion.
Yeah, like lion, sleeping lion.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
This is so wonderful. Well, it's been just such a joy. I remember going and sitting down with your mother and grandmother, your mother, and Cece, and it was just magic. I mean, immediately we connected, and then Karen was there. Mm-hmm. And from the Fête de Musique, and I bumped into her this morning in the market while I was buying the grapes out there, and or this afternoon rather, and she was so excited, and I told her we're going to have you on, and then Jean, you came.
Well, I remember you sat down. I offered you one of our lawn chairs, and I think you were there for 2 hours.
Yes, and then as I told earlier, the children were playing. I said, and then my friend Mark, who's a filmmaker from Australia and lives here, and he came and he was mesmerized.
Oh wow!
And so who knows? We never know where this is going to go.
Yes.
We have to take half a second for station identification here. Will be
KXRN LP, Laguna Niguel, Laguna Beach. KXFM on 104.7, KXFMradio.org.
KXFM 1047, Laguna's Community Radio.
We're back.
Okay, we're on air. We really never got off air.
No.
But anyway, so well, we're delighted to have all of you here, and we have about 1 hour left, and I wanted to ask you, going forward, are there any things that you're planning to do as a family together? Do you have any future plans in the mix right now with the children?
Yeah, when we got involved in the San Onofre fight, that was within the context of both my parents being strongly anti-nuclear, and they were anti-nuclear on ethical grounds. They thought it was an absolute horror that 2 fully inhabited cities would be irradiated and everybody cooked alive. They couldn't think of a bigger nightmare. So that was part of the discussion in our house, was just a pushback on might makes right, and especially nuclear destruction is something that's got to be absolutely opposed to the bitter end. So we got involved in San Onofre as a response to our 3rd child was on the way, and this company's about to self-destruct 2 of the largest reactors in the country. 30 miles upwind of my children that I've been waiting 20 years to have. I told Lindsay when I met her, I said, I know you want to get into design, but you can design your whole life. The entire world around you is malleable. That was something I learned at Harvard. You design, you visualize, and you pursue these things. Right now, this is a tremendous opportunity for everybody that wants to see a more prosperous, a kinder, more fair and just world. This is the perfect time to bring up those issues. We're a little bit lazy when everything's going our way, but when we see it slipping away, that's a great time to take a position and start designing the world in front of you. So the kids, in response to your question, I've told the kids, you have tremendous influential power to make the world a better place by just reminding people of what it is that we're losing. Make people happy, make them remember when people cared about each other, when we weren't so divided, when there were times when they feel it too. They say, Dad, I feel it when we're driving down the coast highway and we're playing this beautiful music. We're all singing at the top of our lungs in the car. We're like this little bubble of happy going down through this crazy world. And I said, create that and share that with the world. I said, all of you have a gift. I don't know where it came from. I feel like it's your grandma. She was that way. You guys have such big aloha. I said, digitize it, put it in the airwaves. I want to say thank you to both of you, all 3 of you, for identifying that in the kids. We just encourage them. They buy their own gear. They buy all secondhand gear. They've cobbled together this thing that they do. And your response to them has been so warm and wonderful that
Torgen, I've just got to say, sharing the word like you have, working to make the world a better place. I am blessed with a voice to be here on KXFM, and I do have a radio program on Sunday. And I feel it's my heartfelt responsibility to try and capture the spirit that you're explaining here and share the things that I think are good in this world and what the things that we can do. And by not doing that, I would be complicit in the dark things that are going on. And so I can't applaud you more to feel that music is the key to that. And for that, Leah, all art is a message of
people do it in their own ways, and it doesn't matter what medium they're working in or in what profession they're working in. Their responsibility, first of all, is to recognize that you're breathing the same air and that you're using the same earth and that you're feeding off of the same life support systems, and you're having joy on the times when you walk into the water and realize that has been there for millions and billions of years, and you're sharing this, and to destroy it. I only have to say is that in my family, and when I listen to you, we've connected already, all of us here, about the San Onofre situation that we were talking about earlier before we went on air. And my mother was very, very involved in it. She was in St. George, Utah, when the testing was going on.
Wow.
She was an actress working with John Wayne
Wow.
in the final movie, and everyone was irradiated. Then they trucked all that earth, irradiated earth, back to the movie studios in the valley. We do not know to this day, but some do know where they put that earth.
Wow.
But they brought it in because of the color, that red earth from St. George. Everybody got cancer, including my mother. They all died. Everybody on the set over a period of time. However, some people would talk about it and some people would not, even the ones that were there and were involved.
Yeah. I just wanted to say my 30,000 foot view of San Onofre and nuclear energy is that it's really simple. It's not complicated. We have been given 2 very powerful warnings about the destruction that it can cause. And one that was close, which was 3 Mile Island. But between Chernobyl and Japan, those 2, and I don't know that we're going to get a third warning. It is scary. And just given those 2 things, why mess with it? You know, when in Europe, your alternative energy is growing like crazy, and we need windmills. I'm sorry to some people who think we don't, but so why mess with it? That's the simple answer.
We have available resources in different ways and different permutations all over the world, geothermal, all of it. We also have brilliant people who need that chance. And we know that sometimes other factors weigh in and they don't get that opportunity. But I think tonight, getting back to why we're all here, there are no accidents, good accidents I'm talking about, and that we're all sitting here. And thank you, Jean, for joining us and for bringing this to happening. And
you know,
it's
the activism.
Never one person. It's recognizing. It's recognizing what's special.
Right.
And you know, I've talked to Rick Conkey. I worked with Mark Chamberlain. We did the whole canyon thing every 10 years. I mean, I've been in this town since I was 24 and dug water wells. So we all have, we share these amazing things. We could go on forever, but the main thing is that you've brought this wonderful family in and shared how you're raising your children, which I think is so different from what I hear from other parents, that they of course they want their kids to get ahead, but the importance was not to get ahead and just power, the money and the moment and all that, and think that that's the end all. It's more. It's much more, and you have really hit it on the nail.
The kids started speaking at microphones when they were very young in elementary school. We would take them to city council meetings, coastal commission meetings, nuclear regulatory commission meetings, countless regional meetings within the 5 counties surrounding San Onofre. And Lais and Enzo, and also Coco, she was 5 years old, 4 or 5 years old at the time, would speak. And we would just draft something very simple, but the purity and simplicity of their message was, it would crack people wide open.
The Coastal Commission would call a recess and they would follow us out into the parking lot. They'd say, we just want you to know, we call it a recess. A lot of the coastal commissioners that were being yelled at by everybody else, they said, when your kids went up and spoke, they're crying up there right now. They can't, they're speechless. And I just want to run out and let you know what your kids just did to the Coastal Commission.
Here. I need to bring them to City Hall to calm the beasts.
Yeah, they're primed to see the world as malleable, and that there's a power to the message, that they pick songs that have a certain feel, a certain message to them, a certain,
that's what they were saying,
healing, therapeutic sense to these, and when they perform them, when I hear my son's guitar or my daughter's voice, I have tears in my eyes. They practice at midnight sometimes, and I can hear it, and I can't believe what I'm hearing. We don't play instruments. We're not musical that way.
Well, that's what was so amazing. They taught themselves during a very difficult time when they explained when COVID hit, and they were basically had to be home, and they went to this music because that was the relief from the studying and the constants of hearing about all the negative stuff.
It was just uplifting.
Yeah.
It was joyful.
And they've
it was
absorbed
a
it
ray of
because-
sunshine.
but they were
in
already
darkness.
they were already given, like baking. They were already given this by you. They were encouraged and nurtured so that they already had this availability. They didn't have to shed anything. They just had to hold their hands out and it fell into them. And they're continuing, and they're the hope of the world. And
We've
that
heard-
is
you're
really
not
what's
the
so
first
beautiful.
to say that.
It's just, and we're so blessed that you have joined us. I can't tell you how excited I am to have you here.
I think part of it, to hop in here and maybe from left field, part of it is the aloha spirit. And I'm really going. My parents went there when they in the early 50s, and decided that's where they needed to be, and they stayed there. My mom's buried at ashes are on the ocean out there. My dad's buried at sea out there.
Wow.
And I look at the Pacific, and I think of the big island of Hawaii, which is my favorite. And I know that it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. And the culture, they loved the culture. They loved that part of the world where everyone took care of themselves and took care of their neighbors, and they were friendly. And the aloha spirit lives on through your grandmother and through you and through your kids. That's what I say.
Yes.
And I agree with that. All of us sitting here in this room with shared experiences, all trying to go to a goal. And I think the highlight is that we have these young people that are actually the hope for the future, and their performances. And we'll get back to them very shortly. Do you have anything you'd like to, Jean, would you like to say anything more about anything you're doing upcoming with the Fête de Musique? Because I know you're involved in that.
Well, I'm hoping they'll join us again next year. Of course.
I'm sure they'd love
And
to.
it was just really fascinating to have a new venue in front of City Hall, and they were such a hit. And we heard about it from everybody.
They've riveted everyone that came by.
Wow.
Now, let me ask you, they're also working for causes, for benefits. So some people say, well, how are they going to make a living? So share with us a little bit about that, what they're planning, what they want to do.
Well,
I think, I told them, don't worry about the living part of it. We have ways of taking care of the financial part of life, which is somewhat different from what they're doing, which is creating a vision for the world that they want up ahead. The family owns property. We're actually going up into Malibu. We've got a whole bunch of materials, fireproof materials. That was my hometown. I lost my entire hometown. My whole neighborhood's gone. It's
in the
ashes.
fires up there.
In the fires. I was born right at the edge of Pacific Palisades in Malibu, and got calls from many, many, many friends asking for help. And I'd been building some fireproof structures down in North County, San Diego back in 2010. Nobody wanted them at the time. I couldn't give them away. And after January of 2025, I have a huge amount of interest in people wanting to rebuild. So I told the kids, I said, we're probably going to spend a lot of time up in Malibu. They're going to do some fundraising, some musical concerts to fundraise. We have some friends who lost everything, and they weren't covered, they weren't insured. We told them, we said, we'll step in there and help out. And so I know the kids are going to get involved in that, but we've got a long history of fireproof architecture and construction.
Are you using these new types of combined materials that are fireproof at the same time they're
They're old materials that have been around since the 60s, technologies that have been used by Jimmy Carter in Habitat for Humanity, self-help, DIY building, construction, beautiful stuff, and affordable. We're actually going to go up and see if we can't put together teams of
Are there
guys.
particular dates? If anyone's listening, is there any contact information?
Yeah, we actually have some big engineering firms and some builders that have been working with this material since the 1970s who are going to train people for free how to work with this stuff. So I told the kids, I said, you're in a climate change world and you got to address it. And I said, well, I'll show you how to do that. But I wanted them. I said, you can get rid of one of the big existential threats that's going to threaten your existence and your children, grandchildren. I won't be here forever. But if you can address the nuclear issue, you're picking up from where your grandmother and grandfather started, and it was carried by us. And I said, if you can push back on this technology, our family hosted the Prime Minister of Japan to come here to Southern California and speak truth at a county government center conference that we put together. We brought in 3 U.S. nuclear regulatory commissioners that dealt with 3 Mile Island and Fukushima, and the Prime Minister of Japan and the top independent nuclear expert. And we shared, it was probably about 12 news stations, and we live streamed it, what the Prime Minister of Japan went through during Fukushima in 2011. He said, I almost lost Japan as a viable nation. That's what nuclear is. He said, I was hours away from issuing an evacuation order for metropolitan Tokyo. 55 million people were going to become nuclear refugees. He says, where would I put 55 million people? He said, that would have been the end of Japan. He said it was they were doing everything they could to stop the accident from escalating to that point. They were hours away from that evacuation order when they got a second earthquake that came through and jostled open a valve that was stuck that prevented coolant from cooling the spent fuel
those rods
in one of the reactor cooling pools. Yeah. He said, had that not happened, it was nothing that humans did. It was just pure divine intervention.
It's incredible.
He said, he said, prepare for worst case scenarios with nuclear. He said, define what worst case scenario is and prepare for it. That's what nuclear is. You could have 40 trouble-free years of operation and one bad day and you lose a country. The public needs to know that. That's the truth. It's the same issue with the waste right now that was left stranded on the beach in the middle of Southern California's Riviera.
Right. That's right.
And this is an issue. So I tell my kids, I said, looking forward, if you could be effective, a part of putting this fission nuclear technology to rest, that would be the most important thing you could do in your lifetimes. And I said, it's the fissile material coming out of the back ends of these reactors, these power plants, can be weaponized and turned into nuclear weapons. I said, you need to understand that everybody who promotes nuclear fission, nuclear power needs to understand that that is the nature. The heart and soul of nuclear power is genocide and destruction of the built environment. And if you understand that you're not going to push for nuclear anymore, all they need to do is make that clear within their own work, their music, their activism, that to keep.
And it's beauty, the kind of activism. It's gentle, thoughtful, graceful.
Reminding people what you're going to lose. That was the whole point of.
Right.
I said they can play music at this film opening as long as we decide what the music is. I said, so bring in music that reminds people of how beautiful this world is. How beautiful those.
We're so happy to have you here, and thank you. You know, people thinking, well, it's morphing into this discussion, but it's necessary because nothing grows out of itself without some kind of reason. And so from this incredible beauty, you know, you realize behind it and embracing it always is the other side. And you have to understand that. And you have to be working towards the goal for beauty all the time and for existence to continue, not just for human beings, but just for the earth itself, for all of us to have a reason.
Yes.
The reason has to be valid. It can't just be pulling in stuff, because we can all have stuff. We can buy, we all have stuff, right? But that's not the essence of life and enjoyment. It's not the essence of beauty. And I know as I am around more and more people of my age, I'm the oldest one here, I suppose, and so many people are going through this end of life with all kinds of permutations,
Right.
having to take so many drugs and so many problems. And I watch them. And the one thing that really hit me today was particularly interesting is watching a friend of mine respond to a discussion while she was doing artwork with someone that was helping her, someone I know. And we started talking kind of over her about these different things that are happening in town. And I could see that she would breathe. She would breathe in. And finally I said, I pulled her aside, I said, we cannot talk about any of these things because she feels it. She needs to catch her
Exclusion
breath.
or
And we all need to catch our breath and realize it's not the negative. I'm as guilty as the next person for causing problems. I have to be very careful that I don't get intense, that I see the other side of it and the beauty of the arts and the expression of art and all the things that all of you are doing to pull that into our city, to bring it to us. Jean does it and you do it and your children are advancing it. So thank you so much for sharing this with us. We'll have the children come back in and play some more.
I just want to say, if you're listening and you would like a copy of this evening's program, after the show, we will put it as a podcast. It's available on Art Walking Art is the URL. Art Walking Art. .art, I should say. I'm sorry. There's no .com, no org. It's .art. So
all in small letters.
real simple, easy to do. It will be there on the podcast page, and you can relive the moment.
How fast?
In 24 hours, I promise, Leah.
We always tell people.
So I am so glad to meet both of you. And
likewise.
All of you, yes.
Likewise.
And we didn't get to talk about your parents, Lindsay, but maybe we can come back. We didn't.
No worries. I was just going to say, kind of in the same vein, we always talk to the kids about, we're here on this earth like it's a campsite, right? And if we're lucky, we get 80 to 90 years. Yep. And you want to leave that campsite the same way that you came to it, which is it's clean, it's beautiful, the trees are preserved. And so when you leave it, pick up the litter, make sure
that you don't
that it's better off even for who's coming next.
That's a good message for a lot of people that visit
We'll
Laguna.
take a break and thank
We'll
our
take a break and bring
sponsors.
back the it's not a trio, it's what's for a quadro. We'll have to brand
bring
that.
back the long view.
The long view.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Love songs on the radio, pictures on the screen. What does all this really mean to you? The highlights on an avenue, the players on the scene look so lost they don't know that it's true. Someday soon, love's gonna change the way of the world.
Love's gonna change the way you hear it on the radio, you see it on the screen. What does all this really mean to me? Channels always changing, but the picture stays the same. People are always longing to be free. Someday soon, love's gonna change the way of the world. Someday soon, love's gonna change the way of the world. Wait a minute, I've heard this one before. Love will always be the great cliche. Wait a minute, love's worth waiting for. When your heart is overflowing, you can give the rest away. Someday soon, love's gonna change the way of the world. Someday soon, love's gonna change the way of the world.
And just like that, we're back. This is Craig on KXFM Radio with artwalking.art this evening, the second Thursday of the month. We're here with Leah Vasquez and the Long View back for their second engagement this evening. And we're just flying with them. Whatever they want to play, we're up for it. It's your time, and we're just happy to have you here. Okay.
Well, we're just so happy that we had the most wonderful discussion with your family.
Yeah.
And we were so happy Jean came by. And I mean, it's kind of wonderful. You know, we could stay here and we could go on for days.
I know.
Okay. Now, what do we want to play? What do we want to play? What do you want to play?
I think we should do You've Got a Friend or Nancy Sinatra. What do you think?
Let's
James Taylor.
James Taylor. Yeah. Okay. This
Well,
is.
give it your all. We'd love to hear it.
Let me see if this picks up.
I have to capo it.
Always got to tune before you play anything. Otherwise, it will sound really bad. We've made that mistake a few times before when we were noobs.
No shortcuts. Huh?
No, but we like to have the process too, so people understand there might be people out there who are thinking about playing and haven't done it.
There's a lot that goes to
This
mind.
is real live music, folks.
Yes.
This is music on a cram.
You often never see it when we're on stage, but there's a lot of talking throughout the songs and at the end of songs because we have to coordinate what we're doing next.
Mm-hmm.
That's
and
right.
you have to do that all while entertaining a crowd, but
right.
here it's
Yeah.
nice and casual.
Yeah, it is, you know.
And we always take a nice long time to introduce the songs because we all have to tune.
Oh,
So
yeah,
we have
that-
one person introducing the song while the other ones
Right.
are tuning.
Yeah, when you see musicians
Your job.
taking
Pretty
a
soon
long
you're gonna be
time to
over here
talk,
telling us.
it's because
Yeah.
they're using that time to prepare. Okay, you guys ready?
Okay.
Okay, so this is a beautiful song. This was written by Carole King, actually, but James Taylor made it really famous. So if you know one of James Taylor's hits, it's called Fire and Rain. And he kind of speaks about his mental health issues. And there's a lyric, I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. And Carole King, I think she had a crush on him. And she wrote this song called You've Got a Friend in response to that. So I thought that was really sweet. I tell that story a lot when we play it.
Yeah.
So this song has a really good message, especially for today, because I know I have a few friends who are struggling with their mental health. And I try to be the best, support team I can, give them a shoulder. And yeah, people need good messages.
I always say a smile, a nod, and a wink to someone you don't know can save it the day, save
Oh, it
their
totally
life.
does.
You just don't know. So yeah, be
I try to
kind.
do that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this song communicates that really well. It says, You've got a friend. 1, 2, 3, 4. When you're down and troubled and you need a helping hand and nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me. Soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You've got a friend. If the sky above you should turn dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind should begin to blow, keep your head together and call my name out loud. Soon I'll be knocking upon your door. Just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running. Oh yes, I will see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you've gotta do is call, and I'll be there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, ain't it good to know that you've got a friend? People can be so cold, they'll hurt you and desert you. They'll take your soul if you let them now. But don't you let them. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running. Oh yeah, to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you've gotta do is call, and I'll be there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You've got a friend. You've got a friend. Ain't it good to know that you've got a friend? Ain't it good to know you've got a friend? Yeah, yeah, you've got a friend.
Oh my, we have new friends here.
Bravo.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Lovely.
Oh my God.
That's one of my favorite songs for sure.
Yeah.
Well, we have made a lot of friends this evening.
Oh,
We
yeah.
You know-
found that we know a lot of friends together.
Another song that James Taylor, "Up on the Roof," I think is
I've
always
never
a
heard
good-
that one.
Oh,
Oh, you
it's
love that.
it's Up on the Roof. It's about when the world causes too much angst,
Mhm.
and you need a moment to
And you need to go
yourself.
up on the roof.
And you go up on the roof and you have a moment of silence with the sky and the sunset and the wind and whatever else is up there.
That's wonderful.
And it's Up on the Roof. It's a good song about taking care of yourself. We all have an assumption that our spirit is unbreakable, and our psyche is unbreakable. But it can be very fragile, and it needs to be nurtured and taken care of. And
There's so many beautiful songs about that. James
yeah,
Taylor communicates it very well.
yeah.
Let me
And
ask
coming from a person, James Taylor, who suffered a lot of abuse from drugs and alcohol, and is a survivor, a heroin survivor, from what I understand, and has pulled his life together with a wonderful message of music. It's a testament to the power of music, I think. So, did you have another song?
Let me see.
Let me see.
Would be a good one.
Whatever.
You guys want to hear instrumental or vocal?
Oh, either whatever you like.
Whatever you want to do. It's
You know,
it's your.
I know that
Okay.
most of us have some favorites. I know I love Paul, Simon, and Garfunkel.
Oh, I love Simon and Garfunkel.
And I don't know if you play any of them.
Not yet.
Not yet.
My favorite song of theirs is America.
It's which one?
America.
America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They really have messaging.
They
It's
do.
incredible.
El Condor
know,
Pasa is
El
a good
Condor
one.
Pasa.
Or
Pasa.
Mrs. Robinson? Like,
Oh, yes.
There you go.
There you go. Mrs. Robinson.
That's a good one.
I'm going to try to cover that one later.
Yeah. Well, when you come back and you can play that.
Yeah.
Oh, and so a good one to do would be Misty.
Oh, you want to do that one?
Yeah.
Oh, like Look at Me?
Yeah.
Look at me.
Oh God. Oh, of
There's so
course.
many
I hear
good
it.
covers of
Oh
that.
my God. Look at me.
This is one of the newest songs that we picked up, actually.
Oh,
This one's really beautiful.
Yeah, I know.
all the songs in the world.
I normally play this one on electric, but I'm going to try it on acoustic this time.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
My favorite.
Now, the title is Look at Me.
No, Misty.
Oh, Misty.
Look at
oh,
me.
Misty.
I'm as
Misty.
restless.
That's a really
I'm
old one.
auditioning.
It
That's
is.
the long view.
One of my favorite versions of that is Johnny Mathis's version.
Oh, he was
Yeah.
great on that.
Had
Yeah,
such a beautiful voice.
it was really good.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Hopefully it picks it up with the mic.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Look at me. I'm as helpless as a kitten up a tree. And I feel like I'm clinging to a cloud. I can't understand. I get misty just holding your hand. Walk my way, and 1,000 violins begin to play. Now it might be the sound of your hello, that music I hear. I get misty the moment you're near. You can say that you're leading me on, but it's just what I want you to do. Don't you notice how hopelessly I'm lost? That's why I'm following you. On my own, would I wander through this wonderland alone, never knowing my right foot from my left, my hat from my glove? I'm too misty and too much in love.
And I'm too much in love.
Thank you. That's so
Thank you.
Now, I would like to ask each one of you to pick out a song. Let's start with
Ooh.
Coco over there. One that you like.
A song that I play or a song that I like?
Either way.
A song to play?
What's the list?
Oh yeah, there's our list. We made a list beforehand,
Okay.
so we wouldn't forget
Good,
anything good.
smart thinking.
These boots are made for walking.
Oh, this is a really pretty song.
Okay.
Nancy Sinatra. It's like a girl power song. You know,
I think I know
what's
where
the
you're
name of it?
going.
These boots are made for walking.
Oh, I know that one.
By Nancy.
This one stars Coco in it.
This one has a
is
really
like
good
in the
bass line.
1960s when
Yes.
we wore boots for stomping.
Go-go boots.
Go-go boots.
I love the fashion from back then. Oh yeah, usually to gigs I wear boots, but I'm not wearing them right now. I'm wearing flip-flops.
So you
Also,
won't go stomping.
Rainbow
apparently
sandals.
this is our grandpa's favorite song. He he used to go to bars with my dad, and he used to pull up this music video on the TV, and he would watch it over and over.
Where Nancy's
Nancy
dancing.
Sinatra.
Yeah, I
Oh
think
my
he did.
God.
I bet
It's
he
a
did.
great video.
Oh,
Great
I
choreography.
bet. Yeah, that's wonderful. Let's hear it.
Make
Oh
sure you're
my.
kind of quiet with the tambourine.
One,
Oh, you're going to do a key.
You can almost put it on
two,
hand.
3, 4.
You keep saying you got something for me. Something you call love, but confess. You've been a mess where you shouldn't have been a messin'. And now someone else is getting all your best. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. You keep lying when you ought to be truthing. And you keep losing when you ought to not bet. You keep saying when you ought to be changing. Now what's right is right, but you ain't been right yet. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. Yeah. You keep playing where you shouldn't be playing. And you keep thinking that you'll never get burned. Ha! I just found me a brand new box of matches, yeah. And what he knows you ain't had time to learn. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. Are you ready, Boots?
Are you ready?
Start walking.
Wow.
Oh.
Fantastic. What a
That
great
one's fun.
singer.
I
That
had
was
visions.
so much fun.
That whole one. I
That
had.
was great. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Now, what would you like to?
Oh yeah,
You
Dell,
want
you
to-
pick a song. choose.
Hmm.
I kind of want to do Apache.
Apache? Yeah, sure.
Oh, this
Which
is
one
a
are you
really cool
gonna
song.
do?
Apache.
Here, go into the mic.
It's Apache.
Okay, who's it by?
Was this the
It's by the
Shadows?
Shadows.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
It's a cool surf rock song.
All right.
Mhm.
Let me
This one's from
my
the
guitar
60s.
away.
Right after this one, we'll take a break.
Apache.
Apache.
Actually, this one's from the 50s, I think. Yeah, 58.
The Shadows are British, right?
Yeah.
It's a spaghetti western song.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? Count us
Yeah.
down.
Oh, I go.
Oh.
Right on. I can hear those hoof beats.
Yeah,
That was
I'm
great.
surprised you. I'm surprised that he would pick that song or even know of it
I
or
love
even
it.
heard of it. But yeah,
That's a fabulous
because
song.
it is a great song.
Yeah, that one's fun.
Yeah, we love that stuff.
I like those spaghetti western songs a lot.
Yeah.
I used to go when I was a kid, when I first came to California, I lived in Studio City. We'd take the bus and go into Hollywood, and
Oh.
we'd go to this movie theater called the Hitching Post.
Mhm.
They had all the Western movies, and of course, all the shoot 'em ups. And you got not only got that a couple cartoons in it and a
Mhm.
newsreel along with it. And I remember those spaghetti westerns. They were great. It was
Yeah,
wonderful. You
they're
did a
super
great
cool.
job. Thank you so
Oh, yeah.
much. That was great. Okay, do we have a break right for a second?
Let me see.
Do we need one? Right now?
No, I don't. I can't.
Okay. Okay, good. So we have room for one more.
Okay.
One more song?
One more song.
One more?
Okay.
We have room for one?
Yeah.
What do you guys want to do?
Ooh, this is hard. Okay.
Solo song or band song?
What do we think? What do we think?
Oh, one more
You're
song.
thinking Castles in the Air?
How about Hotel California?
No, vocals,
That's
vocals.
kinda
We need
cool.
vocals.
Kind of a going out song, like kind of an
Oh, yeah.
interview song.
Can
How
we do
about
Castles in the Air?
Mr. Sandman?
No.
Oh, I love that. Well, of course, that's beautiful. Mr. Sandman.
It's hard to decide.
You can decide. You guys decide. What do you
Castles
want?
in the Air. Oh, yeah. Don McLean is one of my favorite artists of all time.
Who's that?
Don McLean.
All right.
People usually only know him for American Pie, but he has so much beautiful stuff that I've
been
discovered. Okay. Enzo. Let's do Castles.
Try to pull a song
Okay.
or hit play or any
Okay, let me just get ready. 'Cause for this song, I have to tune the guitar way down.
I think it's one fret down than that.
So we
Wait, actually, no,
because
that's right.
I sing much higher than Don McLean, but I would have to put a capo up near the top of my guitar. So that wouldn't work. Oh yeah, that's a great one. Okay.
Coco, do you know
That's
the
in
bass for
tune.
this? Oh.
Make sure the tambourine's kind of quiet. So this song, when I first heard it, I thought it was one of the most beautiful songs I've ever heard in my entire life. And the song, when you listen to the lyrics, it's about Don McLean wanting to kind of escape a Hollywood type relationship. At least this is how I interpret it. And he wants to be free of all that and live a simple life, a natural, simple life with people that he loves around him. And so, yeah, I just thought that was a really cool message. Because I also want a simple, healthy life, you know? I get the sense that he was kind of a shy celebrity. Ready?
Yeah.
So this is one of my favorite songs. Let's see. Okay. Ready? Okay.
And if he asks you why, you can tell him that I told you that I'm tired of castles in the air. I've got a dream I want the world to share. Castle walls just lead me to despair. Hills of forest green where the mountains touch the sky. A dream come true. I live there till I die. I'm asking you to say my last goodbye. The love we knew ain't worth another try. Save me from all the trouble and the pain. I know I'm weak, but I can't face that toy again. Tell him the reasons why I can't remain. Perhaps he'll understand if you tell it to him plain. But how can words express the feel of sunlight in the morning in the hills, away from the city strife? I need a country guy who does what's right. I'm city born, but I love the country life. For I will not be part of this cocktail generation. Partners waltz, devoid of all romance. Music plays, and everyone must dance. I'm bowing out, I need a second chance. Save me from all the trouble and the pain. I know I'm weak, but I can't face that boy again. Tell him the reasons why I can't remain. Perhaps he'll understand if you tell it to him plain. And if he asks you why, you can tell him that I told you that I'm tired of castles in the air. I've got a dream I want the world to share, and castle walls just lead me to despair.
Haven't played that one in a long time.
That was so lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That is great.
Dreamy.
I've got just about a minute left, and I just want to say if there's anything that you want to shout out or anything you want to add to the program, you've been great. I love it, and I love your family, and I don't know what else to say. You can, if you missed the recording, I'm going to say one more time. It's a podcast on artwalking.art, artwalking.art. And
the program's brought to you
the
with
program is
generosity by the Laguna Beach Beautification
Council. And we will be back next month, Leah and I, with another program on the second Thursday of the month, artwalking.art. Anytime you want to know what's going on there, just go to the website. And I promised a last word. Does anyone have a last word out there? Peace and harmony. Go for
Peace
it.
and love, like Ringo Starr says.
Yeah, peace and love.
Peace and love.
We'll take that.
All right.
Smile. Thank you again.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Oh no, it's
Parents
been our
sharing
pleasure. Trust me on that one.
I've had a wonderful
Everybody that
time.
made
Yeah, we're
this
super glad to be
possible,
here.
because this is the first for us that we
Yeah.
had so many people. Thank you so
Thanks
much.
for John,
Thanks,
our
John.
station manager,
Yeah,
for
thank
being
you.
here and spending the time with us. We are signing out now, Craig, and thanks to all our listeners for tuning in. We love you, and we love that you support us here at KXFM Radio. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
KXRN
Peace
LP,
out.
Laguna Niguel, Laguna Beach. KXFM on 104.7, KXFMradio.org.
This disclaimer is a statement notifying listening audiences that any opinions expressed on our shows are not representative of Laguna Radio Inc., its management, or its board of directors.
Tune in, turn on to KXFM 104.7, Laguna's community radio.
So what's free? There's no traffic to mess with. You don't have to think about parking, crowds, long lines, or those people who stand in front of you and don't know how to dance. That's easy. It's the Gunapalooza and the Fantasy Concert. This is RJ Catano. Join me for 2 hours of music every Saturday at 5 p.m. And it's only here on commercial-free KXFM 104.7, worldwide at KXFMradio.org. It's the Gunapalooza and the Fantasy Concert. It's where the best seat in the house is always yours.
KXFM 104.7, Laguna's community radio. I'm your host, Grant Owens, for We Found New Music. We've had so many great guests through the years, Billie Eilish, Sam Fender, and so many more. We're going to play some of those greats in this show this hour, but also some new discoveries. And we're going to kick off now with your new favorite pop obsession, the first track on the show tonight on KXFM, the debut single by Fliss titled Coming Around. It's a smooth and bold pop sound reminiscent of Fleetwood Mac. And let's listen to it now. Fliss on We Found New Music, KXFM.
You try to grab a seat at the table, everybody's staring you down. You sit straight up, chin held high, you're not backing. You told me that you're willing and able. I'm getting warm at the cheeks. You gave me a smile, I gave a look. You could grow on me. Used to showing my head, giving my truth to another man. You make it so easy, I don't understand what you want from me, baby.
I'm coming around. I could get used to the feeling of watching the world go by. You're looking at me, hoping to be the same. You take me home from wine and dining, asking for a kiss goodnight. But I pull you in, usually I wouldn't, but with you feels right. I'm not used to showing my hand, giving my truth to another man. You make it so easy, I don't understand what you want from me, baby. Where's the catch? I'm used to being treated like a dirtbag. Used to being kicked while I'm down. So wait a couple minutes, 'cause I'm taking 2 steps back, 'cause I like where it's going. Wanna run right past all the punches I roll with a wine. I'm coming around. Oh, you and me could be keeping up with the Joneses, so baby don't leave. I don't wanna be lonely. I'm coming around. Ooh, no, I'm not used to showing my hand, giving my truth to another man. You make it so easy, you don't understand what you want from me, baby. Where's the catch? I'm used to being treated like a dirtbag, honey. Used to being kicked while I'm down. So wait a couple minutes, 'cause I'm coming around. Coming
Heading out of the debut single by Fliss, Coming Around, into LA-based trio Beverly. That is Billy, Jaden, and Daniel. Their first single is titled Where I'm Found on KXFM. We found the music.
You and me should be by the water, where it's harder. Can you taste the sweet and the citrus like you want this? We can't change the waves around you, I know. Anywhere they pull you, I'll go. I'll go. Pick me up, spin me around. When we're young, don't let me down. Pick me up, spin me around. Where you are is where I'm found. Is where I'm found. Is where I'm found. Salt and sun on your tongue. Are we waiting before the sun melts away? I'm yours. I'm yours. We can't change the waves around you, I know. Anywhere they pull you, I'll go. I'll go. Pick me up, spin me around. When we're young, don't let me down. Pick me up, spin me around.
your family well. Times ain't the same in the neighborhood. Got the parents all going through hell, 'cause the guns keep flying off the shelf. Do you see the man on the street just fighting for a meal to eat? You can write him off as a lunatic, but it could have been you or me if we didn't ever find our feet. Love me now, hold me down, and the government is staying on our heavy foot, and they try to keep us all down. No, they never gonna keep us all down. Do you see the birds in the cage on the highway working like slaves? It's a con, it's a ruse, it's a gaslight. Ain't it funny how far we came for them to go and change the name? Do you see the man on the screen? Just a puppet, but you never see the strings. Calling it a war, not a genocide. Telling us it isn't what it seems. Man, that's a different kind of greed. Love me now, hold me down, and the government stayed on our heavy foot, and they try to keep us all